pleasure.
I don't think we've ever had a kitchen smell so delicious. Steak frite is my favorite meal on the planet.
Yeah, proper steak frite is honestly most people's favorite meal. But what we're going to talk about is this sort of steak frite with a red wine vinegar demi-glace butter sauce.
And it's all about that demi-glace butter sauce.
Everybody loves that sticky 3-day classic French sauce, but not everybody thinks 3 days in advance. Like, I want a steak next Monday, so I'm going to start my sauce today.
Exactly.
You know,
and it's hard to do for a busy family.
100%. And it's also about frugality. Like, no one wants to buy bones, you know, just for buying bones' sake. When you can get a steak, like we're talking about here, a bistro cut steak, save all that trim if you're having somebody butcher it for you, or butcher it yourself, and that's the basis of the sauce.
Okay, so we have our steak going over here.
We absolutely do.
And that's searing on one side. We'll flip it in a minute. What kind of cut is that?
So this is a flat iron. So there's sort of two places that you want to buy steaks from if you're talking about traditional bistro steak. Either the belly cuts, so that's hanger, flank, skirt, etc., or shoulder, flat iron like we have here, clod, baseball, etc.
Okay.
Now, if you want to flex and you want to put another zero at the end of it, of course, get a ribeye if you want to, get a fillet if you want to, or a New York. You know, that's all. It's all to your lifestyle. What you want to do with that? What kind of meat you want to use?
But it doesn't really matter what kind of meat you have because this sauce is so good. It'll make this board right here taste delicious. So over here we have the red sauce going.
Right. So here we have as we're talking about the trim that we've saved, or butchers saved for us, that we rendered out all of the fat from, and we started with red wine vinegar, and a little bit of water. We let that go for about an hour and a half, and then we add some aromatics while it's reducing.
So
a little bit of shallot.
Slow and slow.
You know, if you can afford 3 hours, sure.
Okay.
You know, I think it just kind of depends on, you know, is it a Tuesday and do we got to just get this on the table before the kids start to pull my hair out, or is it Friday and we got time and we're going to have a glass of wine before we do it?
And with hair like that, you don't want them pulling.
No.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
There you go.
My daughter and I have a hair competition who can get the longest hair.
You're winning.
Right?
It's more?
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
Put it?
So then we have this simmering, it's going to reduce down like a demi-glace. So that's sort of where it's in between a butter sauce and a demi-glace. This is really a foil, if not a better sub for that recipe.
Okay.
So let's bring this over here.
All right.
This is that same sauce with the magic of an hour and a half of cooking. I'm going to go ahead and taste with my finger. Don't do that at home. That's brilliantly balanced. Do you mind splashing just a little bit of vinegar in there for me? Just
I love your
just
because I'm looking at this, I thought it was like bourbon or something in this bottle.
Yeah. Well, you know, we like, obviously, you eat with your eyes first, and whether it's vinegar you're buying in the store or it's something that's on the plate, gotta make sure it's presentable.
Yeah, it's a really cool bottle. Okay, so now
we're gonna have butter in here. You know, you could triple this butter or quadruple it. Just kind of depends on where you are, where your cholesterol is, etc., etc. But one tablespoon is more than enough for what we're doing here.
Unsalted butter?
I actually prefer salted butter for everything except for pastry. I find that, you know, when you leave it in the fridge, it doesn't pick up any of those aromas that are sitting there. If it's above the fish or below the fish, that salt protects it a little bit more because butter is very porous.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so
now we're going to the steak.
Demi-glace sets. Now we're going to flip our steak.
Right.
So on each side, how long do you think that?
So what I like to do, you get a smoking cast iron pan, right? As hot as you possibly can afford with your, you know, with your kitchen. You let it go for 3 minutes, no matter how big the steak is, because that's going to give you that color that you want.
Okay.
All of that beef fat that we rendered out from our delicious trim and we saved on the side, we're going to go ahead and pour it in because beef fat with steak tastes great.
Jonathan.
There we go.
Woo.
So then, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over while it's smoking hot, and we're going to throw it right in the oven. Another 3 minutes, that's it. Right in the oven. I love using the oven, especially to finish proteins. It's a great way to ensure even cook, right? Even finish. So for a steak that's that thin, for the temperature we're talking about here, 3 minutes-ish, right? If you're talking about thicker steak, you would be maybe 5 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and take this out of the pan.
All right.
And then you really want to wait a bare minimum of 3 to 5 minutes, right?
Before you slice.
Yes, because no matter what temperature you're looking for, if you don't wait that time, it's going to taste dry. It'll taste medium well, even if it looks rare, because this protein, you know, it's under a lot of intense pressure, right? Okay. And you allow it to rest. We allow it to marinate, I guess, tell a joke or two, and then it's time to slice. And that really goes for any protein, whether it's fish or turkey.
When you put it in the oven, what temperature was the oven? Did you have it on broil?
400. I like to use regular bake because I think convection dries out the steak a little bit.
Okay.
You know, and and for me, if you have a deck of your oven, I really like to use that too because then you're keeping the direct heat on the bottom side, so you get an even better sear.
Oh, nice. Good to know. I'm going to do that.
I've learned a ton.
I know. Well, he is a James Beard Award-winning chef.
Well, and a nerd as well. So nerd culture, you know, comes with
and a nerd
comes with being a chef or being a dad. You know, you just you find a subject you're interested in and you devour it.
I gotta ask you, as you're slicing that and plating it a little bit here, you said that you're obsessed with cooking with vinegar. Why do you love to cook with vinegar so much?
Well, I think that obsession and accident have really created the best recipes in the history of the world. And for us, that obsession of vinegar was, you know, we're not going to grow lemons in Ohio anytime soon. So we can make vinegar, and the more vinegar that we make in our backyard or in our basements, the more particular and unique it is to us. Not to beleaguer the fact that vinegar is also, it's like a megaphone for flavor, right? It's not just balancing salt, fat, acid, heat like everyone thinks about. It also, like, it opens your palate and allows everything inside of your mouth to taste a little bit more.
That's true, and it makes you salivate a little bit.
Yeah.